There is a story that he was read in on intelligence by whatever insert agency here came in on the UFO stuff. And when the agents left the room, Jimmy Carter was weeping. And he was weeping because essentially what they had just told us is that there are aliens, they are an advanced civilization. Not only have they been here, they are here, and they're the ones who created all these different religions as an experiment to see what would happen with us humans. And when I see something like that, and then I take that idea and I airlift that into, you know, they're cited every once in a while by select groups of people around the world, and there's a similar pattern so that you can tie it together and say, ooh, do we have something here? I'm thinking they're in control of that. They let that happen. Perhaps they're flying right here, right now. Perhaps, I'm not saying they are. And we can't see them because this is one of the quintillion trillion times where they're not showing their face, right? So maybe it is like they're just with us. I don't know though, because I can't think like that. And the only other angle that you'd have to inject into this as a possibility is that it could be time traveling future humans, right? Like you've seen the movie Interstellar, right? So Matthew McConaughey leaves the planet. He comes back technically like 85 years later, but his life is only past, I forget, let's call it a year. I don't even think it was a year, but let's say a year in his time passed by while he was gone. So he comes back. His daughter, who was 13 when he left, is now 95
dying on her
deathbed. Matthew McConaughey, by my definition of the word, and I think the actual definition of the word, is an alien. He is coming from a different time in a different place to a world that he did not leave. Now, you could extrapolate that and say, oh, well, then are the astronauts aliens when they go up in space for a year and come back? I understand that. But if there's generational shift and a completely technologically changed world when you come back, you are effectively walking among things that you don't understand and can't comprehend. Or if you're a future human in our example, you can come back and know everything and think that this is all primitive shit, like people playing with sticks and stones.
It's like us playing regular Nintendo right now. I don't want to play that shit. It's boring.
Even way worse.
I'm gonna play Call of Duty.
But sure. Yeah, so do you open yourself up to the possibility that something like that could exist? You don't.
I think 100% there are other creations of God in different dimensions. I don't think that, you know, this is all by accident. I think that we are towards the end of time for humanity, in my opinion.
The end of time.
Well, that's a whole nother episode. I would love to do one day, talk about the differences of the end of times and the different faiths. Very fascinating stuff. Unfortunately, it's something I always spend a lot of time on, that even my teachers would get mad at me, like, why do you always pay attention to the end times, the end times, the end times? Like, you shouldn't be focused on that. Something in my heart always told me that I should. And, you know, it's not looking too good out there.
Do you think so? Do you think because of nuclear war, AI?
I think because that the family unit, in my opinion, is the molecule of society. And when you split that, it's like when you split an atom. You can make an atomic weapon with that, right?
Right, but there have been plenty of times in history where the family unit came apart and an empire fell, but the world went on.
That's correct. But this time we all have the same disease.
What's that?
This culture that's spread all over the world. This only me, only I matter, fuck them and get some money. This is spreading throughout the entire world at the same time. You see, when we take things from the Abrahamic perspective, God only destroyed Egypt at that time, or Sodom and Gomorrah. The only time he destroyed the whole world was during the time of Noah. The world wasn't as advanced as it is today. We didn't have as many civilizations. There was only a few of them, right? This time we're advanced, we're all over, we're 9 billion. He's given us time after time after time. We're not elevating the way we should. Spiritually, we're de-elevating. Spiritually, we're degenerating.